Hello students, today we will continue same chapter rotational dynamics. This is Leena Shirke from physics department, New English High School and Junior College. Student, in this lecture we will continue with the applications of uniform circular motion. Now if you remember, in my previous lecture we discussed the motion of a vehicle along a horizontal circular track. Now here we will revise some part of it to explain the need for banking of roads. So for that purpose, now we will consider a vehicle which is moving on a plain horizontal circular track, which is an unbanked road. Now what are the forces which are acting on this vehicle? So the forces acting on the vehicle are shown in free body diagram. The weight mg, which is denoted by W, is acting in vertically downward direction. Then there is normal reaction which is exerted by the surface of the road on vehicle, which is acting in vertically upward direction. Now as there is no vertical motion or no motion in the vertical plane, this weight mg is balanced by the normal reaction. And as for any kind of circular motion, centripetal force must be provided. Here the centripetal force for the circular motion of the vehicle is provided by the force of static friction. Now why force of static friction provides the necessary centripetal force? Because when this vehicle tried to skid in the outward direction, the force of friction is developed between the tires of the vehicle and the road surface, so that it opposes the skidding which is in the outward direction. फ्रिक्शन का एक प्रॉपर्टी होता है जिससे वो हमेशा इंटेंशन ऑफ मोशन को और रिलेटिव मोशन बिटवीन द टू सरफेसेस अपोज करता है. तो जैसे ही ये व्हीकल आउटवर्ड स्किड होने की कोशिश करेगा, there will be frictional force which is acting along the radius towards the center, which opposes the outward skidding. So here as F is along the radius towards the center, it provides the necessary centripetal force for the circular motion of the vehicle. Clear? So the forces which are acting are shown in FBD, that is weight mg, which is balanced by the normal reaction as there is equilibrium in vertical plane, and the force of static friction F provides the necessary centripetal force which is mv square upon r. और अगर हम लोग नॉन इनर्शियल फ्रेम ऑफ रेफरेंस कंसिडर करते हैं विच इज फिक्स टू द कार, then in that frame of reference the centrifugal force mv square upon r is balanced by the force of static friction, and therefore F is equal to mv square upon r. Next, so from this expression we'll get F which is equal to mu s times n. Now F is a self-adjusting force. If speed increases, now if speed increases, therefore to avoid the outward skidding or slipping, frictional force should increase. Now as frictional force increases, it cannot increase certain limiting value. This limiting value is nothing but mu s times n. तो जैसे जैसे सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स बढ़ेगा, v बढ़ेगा, सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स इंक्रीज होगा, and to prevent the outward skidding, F should increase. So F is a self adjusting force. ये मैक्सिमम mu s टाइम n तक जा सकता है, एंड जब ये मैक्सिमम होगा तो स्पीड भी क्या होगा, मैक्सिमम होगा. उससे ज़्यादा स्पीड हम लोग इंक्रीज नहीं कर सकते. एंड देयरफॉर F is equal to mu s times n, which is equal to mu mg, because as n is equal to mg, we'll replace this n by mg, weight of the vehicle, which is equal to mv square upon r. Now from this expression we'll get Fs upon n is equal to mu s, which is equal to v square upon rg. Now mm get cancelled from both the sides, and therefore from this expression v square is nothing but mu s rg. We'll shift rg towards mu s side. Now taking square root on both the sides, we'll get v is equal to square root of mu s rg. Now as mu s times n is the maximum value of static friction, जिसके आगे फ्रिक्शन का वैल्यू इंक्रीज नहीं हो सकता है, एंड देयरफॉर दिस इज द मैक्सिमम स्पीड जिसके आगे स्पीड इंक्रीज नहीं हो सकता. So Vmax is equal to square root of mu s Rg. So this is the maximum safe speed with which vehicle can be driven on unbanked road or on horizontal circular track. जो किसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है? mu s, that is coefficient of static friction, and the radius of the circular path. तो अगर fs का वैल्यू इंक्रीज नहीं हो सकता बियॉन्ड सर्टेन लिमिटिंग वैल्यू, तो Vmax भी इंक्रीज नहीं कर सकते. और अगर हमें Vmax को इंक्रीज करना है तो हमें क्या इंक्रीज करना होगा? फोर्स ऑफ स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शन. So how to increase the force of static friction? This can be increased by increasing the value of coefficient of static friction. So अगर हम लोग mu s को increase कर सकते हैं तो fs को भी increase कर सकते हैं. So how to increase the value of mu s? So mu s can be increased by making the road surface rough. So अगर हम लोग road surface को rough करेंगे तो mu s increase होगा between the tires and the road surface. And as mu s increases, value of static friction also increases, and that increases the maximum safe speed on unbanked road. So for higher speeds, force of friction should be increased by making road surface rough. But as road surface become rough, it causes wear and tear of the tires. जो टायर्स को क्या करेगा? खराब कर देगा. तो एक हद से ज़्यादा रफनेस हम लोग इंक्रीज नहीं कर सकते. Also, the value of coefficient of friction is not constant. Now it decreases when road surface become wet due to rain or when it become oily. तो बारिश के दिनों में रोड स्लिपरी हो जाता है, उसका कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शन डिक्रीज होता है, as well as it is not constant everywhere on the surface of the road, and it become less when road become oily. So force of friction is not always reliable, and therefore we have to search for the another options, and because of that there is need for banking of roads. So क्या होता है banking of roads? So you must have observed on highways, national highways, on expressways, the outer edge of the road is raised over the inner edge. So ये हम लोगों को रेल ट्रैक में भी दिखता है. outer rail is raised over the inner rail where there is a curve or circular track. So this type of arrangement is called banking of roads. तो किसी भी बैंक रोड के लिए हाईवेज पे एक स्पीड लिमिट दिया जाता है. जैसे एक्सप्रेस हाईवे, मुंबई पुणे एक्सप्रेस हाईवे पे स्पीड लिमिट दिया रहेगा कि व्हीकल 80 किलोमीटर पर आवर से जा सकता है या 100 किलोमीटर पर आवर से जा सकता है. तो ये किस पे डिपेंड करता है? किस एंगल पे रोड को बैंक किया गया है. क्लियर? Now we'll see what is banking of roads and how the speed of the vehicle can be increased by using banking of roads. Now as you can see in this diagram, there is a vehicle which is moving along a bank curve road. Now this is the horizontal surface of the road and this is the inclined surface. Now the outer edge of the road is raised over the inner edge through certain angle theta, and this type of arrangement is called banking of roads. So what do you mean by banking of roads? The surfaces of curved roads are tilted with the horizontal with some suitable angle theta, and the angle between the inclined surface and the horizontal surface of the road is called angle of banking. Now what are the forces which are acting on this vehicle on bank road? So the forces are weight mg, which is acting in the downward direction. Then there is normal reaction exerted by the inclined surface on the vehicle, which is denoted by N, and this normal reaction is perpendicular to the inclined surface. It is not perpendicular to the horizontal surface. Now in previous case, the normal reaction is perpendicular to the horizontal surface and therefore it balances the weight mg. But in this case, it is in different direction and therefore it will not balance the weight mg of the vehicle. So which force is responsible for the circular motion of the vehicle, or which force provides the necessary centripetal force? तो सपोज यहाँ पे फ्रिक्शन भी एब्सेंट है, रोड सरफेस बहुत स्मूथ है, तो इफ देर इज नो फ्रिक्शन देन who is going to provide the necessary centripetal force. So this normal reaction now we can resolve into two components. One is vertical component and the other one is horizontal component. Now this is nothing but perpendicular to the horizontal surface. This vertical component is perpendicular to the horizontal surface and the normal reaction is perpendicular to the inclined surface, and as the angle between these two, inclined surface and the horizontal surface, is theta, the angle between their perpendiculars, that is n, and this vertical component of n is also equals to theta. तो अगर इन दोनों में एंगल थीटा है तो ये जिसके साथ एंगल थीटा बना रहा है n, वो जो कंपोनेंट होगा दैट कंपोनेंट इज नथिंग बट n cos थीटा, एंड द परपेंडिकुलर कंपोनेंट इज n sin थीटा. तो n दोनों का रिजल्टेंट है. n cos थीटा इज द वर्टिकल कंपोनेंट and n sin theta is the horizontal component. Now here you will see that n cos theta is opposite to the mg and therefore it balances weight mg of the vehicle, and n sin theta is the only unbalanced force in inertial frame of reference which is directed along the radius towards the center, and therefore it provides the necessary centripetal force for the circular motion of the vehicle. तो यहाँ पे n sin थीटा हमें सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स प्रोवाइड करेगा. अगर रोड स्मूथ है, फ्रिक्शन नहीं है, तो जो n sin थीटा है, जो नॉर्मल रिएक्शन का हॉरिजॉन्टल कंपोनेंट है, जो सेंटर की तरफ एक्ट कर रहा है, वो यहाँ पे सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स प्रोवाइड करेगा. क्लियर? सो द फोर्सेस विच आर एक्टिंग आर weight of the vehicle mg acting vertically downward, normal reaction n perpendicular to the surface of the road which is nothing but this inclined plane, and the normal reaction we resolve into two components. First component is suppose n sin theta which is the horizontal component of normal reaction which provides the necessary centripetal force, and n cos theta vertical component now which balances the weight mg of the vehicle. So यहाँ पे ये है different forces which are acting on the vehicle. Clear? Now we will derive an expression for most safe speed on bank road. So as you can see in the diagram, there is a vehicle which is moving on bank road. So this road surface is banked at an angle theta, and the forces which are acting on the vehicle are its weight mg acting in the downward direction, normal reaction perpendicular to the inclined surface, and this normal reaction is resolved into two components, n cos theta vertical component and n sin theta horizontal component. Now the vertical component n cos theta balances the weight of the vehicle, that is mg, and therefore n cos theta is equal to mg. Then the n sin theta which is acting along the radius towards the center of the circular path is the only force which can provide the necessary centripetal force. Therefore n sin theta is equal to mv square upon r. Or if this is the non-inertial frame of reference, the centrifugal force mv square upon r is balanced by n sin theta. Now to obtain the maximum safety speed on bank road, we'll divide equation 2 by 1. So by dividing equation 2 by 1, we'll get n sin theta upon n cos theta is equal to mv square upon r divided by mg. Now here n get cancelled and get cancelled, so we'll get sin theta upon cos theta is equal to v square upon rg. Now as sin theta upon cos theta is equal to tan theta, therefore tan theta is equal to v square upon rg. Now I'll shift this rg towards tan theta side, and therefore we'll get v square is equal to rg tan theta. Now taking square root on both the sides, we'll get v is equal to square root of rg tan theta, and this is the most safe speed for the vehicle on bank road. यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने रोड सरफेस को स्मूथ कंसिडर किया था, तो यहाँ फ्रिक्शन की ज़रूरत नहीं है। अगर हम इस स्पीड से व्हीकल को ड्राइव करते हैं तो फ्रिक्शन इज नॉट नीडेड. So now maximum safety speed depends on radius of the circular path and angle of banking, that is theta. Now V is the maximum safety speed with which vehicle can be driven on bank road where friction is not needed. But it is not possible to drive the vehicle with the constant speed which is square root of Rg tan theta. तो अगर इससे ज़्यादा स्पीड हुआ या इससे कम स्पीड हुआ तो क्या आप मैनेज कर सकते हो? तो हाँ, एक लिमिट तक अगर स्पीड इंक्रीज होता है या डिक्रीज होता है तो इसी फॉर्मूला में हम लोग मैनेज कर सकते हैं. कैसे? तो सपोज योर स्पीड इज ग्रेटर देन स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ आर जी टैन थीटा. तो अगर v इंक्रीज हुआ तो क्या इंक्रीज होगा? सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स इंक्रीजेस. नाउ इफ सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स इंक्रीजेस तो ये व्हीकल कहाँ जाना स्टार्ट करेगा? इट्स स्किड आउटवर्ड्स. ये जैसे ही बाहर जाना चाहेगा, मतलब रेडियस क्या होगा? इंक्रीज होगा सर्कुलर पाथ का. एंड इफ आर इंक्रीजेस देन सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स डिक्रीजेस. तो अगर सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स फिर से डिक्रीज हुआ, नाउ यू कैन बैलेंस दिस सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स विथ एन साइन थीटा. आ रही है बात समझ में? अगर स्पीड ज्यादा हुआ स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ आर जी टैन थीटा से तो क्या बढ़ेगा? यहाँ पे सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स इंक्रीज होगा. इफ सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स इंक्रीजेस, नाउ एन साइन थीटा कैन नॉट बैलेंस दिस सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स. सो दिस व्हीकल ट्राइड टू skid outwards. When it moves outward, the radius of the circular path increases, and if radius of the circular path increases, this decreases the centrifugal force, and therefore now n sin theta can balance the centrifugal force. तो जब भी आपका स्पीड ज़्यादा है ये स्पीड से, तो you have to increase the radius of the circular path. एक ऐसा सर्कल आपको ट्रैवल करना होगा जिसका रेडियस क्या है? ज़्यादा है. तो n sin थीटा सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स को बैलेंस कर सकता है और अभी भी आपका व्हीकल अलोंग सर्कुलर ट्रैक मूव करेगा. बट अगर स्पीड स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ आर जी टैन थीटा से लेस हुआ तो इफ v डिक्रीजेस देन सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स डिक्रीजेस. बट n sin थीटा इज ग्रेटर देन mv स्क्वायर बाय r. सो दिस व्हीकल ट्राइड टू skid इनवर्ड. जैसे ये अंदर आना स्टार्ट करेगा, रेडियस ऑफ द सर्कुलर पाथ डिक्रीजेस एंड देयरफॉर सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स इंक्रीजेस. नाउ अगेन दिस n sin थीटा नाउ बैलेंसेस दिस सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स. आ रही है बात समझ में? अगर ये स्पीड से कम है आपका स्पीड स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ आर जी टैन थीटा से, तो सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स डिक्रीज हुआ, व्हीकल अंदर की तरफ स्किड हुआ, रेडियस ऑफ द सर्कुलर पाथ डिक्रीज हुआ, therefore centrifugal force again decreases, and if centrifugal force increases, and therefore n sin theta again balances the mv square upon r. Clear है? Now I'll find the speed limits on bank road, upper speed limit and lower speed limit. Now as you can see in this diagram, there is a vehicle which is moving on bank curve road. So the figure shows a vertical section of a vehicle on a rough curve road of radius r, which is banked at an angle theta. Now what are the forces which are acting on this vehicle? The weight mg of the vehicle is acting in the downward direction. Then there is normal reaction which is acting perpendicular to the inclined surface, and this n normal reaction now can be resolved into two components, that is vertical component and horizontal component. Now as this normal reaction and the vertical component, these two are perpendicular to the inclined surface and the horizontal surface, the angle between n and the vertical component is also equals to theta, and therefore this vertical component is nothing but n cos theta, and the horizontal component which is perpendicular to n cos theta is n sin theta. Now in practice, vehicle never travel exactly with this speed, that is square root of Rg tan theta, and for speeds other than this the component of static friction between the road and the tires help us up to a certain limit. So now we'll see for speeds v greater than square root of rg tan theta, the centrifugal force, which is mv square upon r, is greater than n sin theta, और n sin theta is less than the centrifugal force. तो अभी n sin theta cannot balance the centrifugal force as the value of centrifugal force increases. Now if centrifugal force increases, then this vehicle tried to skid in the outward direction, and if there is skidding or slipping in the outward direction, there must be a force, that is force of static friction, which is developed between the tires of the vehicle and the road surface, which opposes the outward skidding or slipping. So here the force of static friction is directed along the inclination and it is downwards, which tries to prevent the outward skipping or outward skidding. Clear? Next, this Fs is resolved into two components. ये F का डायरेक्शन है, फोर्स ऑफ स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शन का डायरेक्शन है, तो ये जो एंगल बनेगा हॉरिजॉन्टल कंपोनेंट का F के साथ, this angle is also equals to theta. As this is banked at an angle theta, the angle between F and this horizontal component is equal to theta. So this horizontal component is nothing but F cos theta, and the component which is perpendicular to F cos theta is F sin theta. Thus we have resolved this F into two components, F cos theta and F sin theta, where F is the resultant of the two. So the two components are Fs cos theta, which is horizontal component and it is parallel to n sin theta, and Fs sin theta is the vertical component which is parallel to mg and it is opposite to n cos theta. So to find the equation, again we have to refer this diagram. So here, as mg and f sin theta both are in the same direction and n cos theta is opposite to this mg and f sin theta, we'll write over here mg plus f sin theta is equal to n cos theta. mg plus f sin theta is equal to n cos theta. Now I'll shift this f sin theta towards n cos theta side, and therefore we'll get mg is equal to n cos theta minus fs sin theta. Clear hai? Next, as n sin theta and f cos theta both are in the same direction, so n sin theta plus fs cos theta, these two components will provide the necessary centripetal force for the circular motion, and therefore we will get the equation mv square upon r is equal to n sin theta plus fs cos theta. Now we will divide equation 2 by 1. So dividing equation 2 by 1, we will get mv square upon r divided by mg is equal to n sin theta plus fs cos theta upon n cos theta minus fs sin theta. अभी यहाँ पे हम लोग मैक्सिमम सेफ स्पीड फाइंड आउट कर रहे हैं, तो मैक्सिमम स्पीड लिमिट फाइंड आउट करने के लिए फ्रिक्शन भी कितना होना चाहिए, मैक्सिमम होना चाहिए, and therefore for maximum possible speed fs max is equal to mu s times n, because this is the limiting friction, जो सबसे क्या होता है मैक्सिमम होता है फ्रिक्शन का वैल्यू. तो अगर मैक्सिमम स्पीड के लिए हम लोग लिमिट फाइंड आउट कर रहे हैं तो फ्रिक्शन कितना ज्यादा से ज्यादा इंक्रीज हो सकता है, mu s times n, and therefore instead of fs we'll substitute mu s times n. So after substituting we'll get mv square upon r divided by mg is equal to n sin theta plus mu s n cos theta upon n cos theta minus mu s n sin theta. So here fs is replaced by mu s times n. Now n is common over here, so n get cancelled from numerator and from denominator, and here m get cancelled, so we'll get v square upon rg is equal to sin theta plus mu s cos theta upon cos theta minus mu s sin theta. Now to simplify this, we'll divide numerator and denominator on RHS by cos theta. So after dividing this numerator and denominator by cos theta, we'll get sin theta upon cos theta is nothing but tan theta. Then mu s cos theta upon cos theta upon cos theta is 1. Here also cos theta upon cos theta is 1. And here sin theta upon cos theta is nothing but tan theta. So after dividing, we'll get V square upon Rg is equal to tan theta plus mu s upon 1 minus mu s tan theta. Now we'll shift this Rg towards RHS, and therefore we'll get V square is equal to Rg, and inside the bracket it is tan theta plus mu s upon 1 minus mu s tan theta. Therefore V is equal to square root of Rg tan theta plus mu s upon 1 minus mu s tan theta. So this is nothing but limit for maximum speed on bank road with friction. So यहाँ पे हमने friction को ignore नहीं किया है. ये speed से travel करने के लिए friction is needed. Now in this expression, if you keep this mu s value equals to 0, अगर हम friction को ignore करते mu s को 0 कर देते, तो यहाँ पे भी mu s 0 हो जाएगा डिनोमिनेटर में. सो ये टर्म वैनिश होगा, mu s यहाँ पे 0 हो गया. तो जो एक्सप्रेशन मिलेगा वो क्या रहेगा, v इज इक्वल टू स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ आर जी टैन थीटा, जो हमें स्मूथ बैंक रोड के लिए मिला था. क्लियर. अगर इसमें हम थीटा इक्वल टू 0 सब्स्टिट्यूट करते हैं, मतलब बैंकिंग इज इक्वल टू 0, एंगल ऑफ बैंकिंग इज 0, देन टैन थीटा दैट इज टैन 0 इज 0. सो ये टर्म यहाँ से वैनिश हुआ, ये टर्म यहाँ से वैनिश हुआ. सो बचेगा क्या, v इज इक्वल टू स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ mu s आर जी, जो हमने फाइंड आउट किया था फॉर हॉरिजॉन्टल प्लेन रोड विदाउट बैंकिंग. इज दैट क्लियर. सो दिस इज द maximum speed on bank road where friction is needed. Clear. Now next we'll find the lower speed limit on bank road. So for that we'll again consider diagram. So here this is the vertical section of a vehicle on a rough curved road of radius r, banked at an angle theta. So this is the horizontal surface and this is the inclined surface. Now again, what are the forces which are acting on this vehicle? So its weight mg as usual acting in vertically downward direction. Then there is normal reaction which is perpendicular to this surface of the road. Now this n can be resolved into two components, vertical and horizontal. Now as these two, that is n and its component, vertical component, are perpendicular to the horizontal surface of the road and inclined surface of the road, the angle between them is also equals to theta. So thus we have resolved this n into two components, n cos theta which is the vertical component and the horizontal component is n sin theta. Clear. Now again for speeds, v less than square root of rg tan theta. If your speed, the vehicle, is less than square root of rg tan theta, it means that mv square upon r, which is nothing but centrifugal force, is less than n sin theta, और n sin theta is greater than the centrifugal force. तो अगर यहाँ पे centrifugal force कम हुआ, जो आउटवर्ड डायरेक्शन में पुल कर रहा है व्हीकल को, तो n sin theta will be greater, जो व्हीकल को क्या करेगा, ट्राई करेगा इनवर्ट स्किड करने के लिए. क्लियर. और जैसे यहाँ पे इनवर्ट स्किड होना स्टार्ट होता है व्हीकल, so there will be frictional force which opposes the inward skidding. तो ये जो फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स यहाँ पे प्रोड्यूस होगा बिटवीन द टायर्स ऑफ द व्हीकल एंड द रोड सरफेस, वो इस डायरेक्शन में होगा कि वो इनवर्ट स्किडिंग को अपोज कर सके. सो द फोर्स ऑफ स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शन इज डायरेक्टेड अलोंग द इंक्लिनेशन एंड इट इज आउटवर्ड और अपवर्ड. क्लियर. So the direction of force of static friction Fs between the road and the tires is along the inclination of the road and upwards. Now this Fs can be resolved into two components, the vertical component and the horizontal component. Now as angle of banking is theta, now this angle between Fs and its horizontal component, now these two are corresponding angles. So यहाँ ये angle भी कितना होगा, theta होगा, and therefore now we'll resolve this Fs into two components. There is vertical component Fs sin theta, which is parallel to n cos theta, and the horizontal component which is parallel to and opposite to n sin theta. Clear? Now we'll find the lower speed limit on bank road. So to find the equation, again we have to refer the same diagram. So here you will observe that there is a vehicle which is moving on a bank road and the forces acting are shown in this diagram. So here n cos theta and Fs sin theta, these two components are in the same direction, and mg is opposite to n cos theta and Fs sin theta. Therefore we get mg is equal to n cos theta plus Fs sin theta. ये दोनों कंबाइन होके mg को बैलेंस करेंगे. नेक्स्ट Fs cos theta and n sin theta are opposite to each other. So Fs cos theta is in the direction of centrifugal force, and therefore we'll get mv square upon r plus Fs cos theta is equal to n sin theta. Now we'll shift Fs cos theta on n side theta side, and therefore mv square upon r is equal to n sin theta minus Fs cos theta. Now we'll divide equation second by 1. So we'll get mv square upon r upon mg is equal to n sin theta minus Fs cos theta upon n cos theta plus Fs sin theta. अभी यहाँ पे हम लोग सबसे मिनिमम स्पीड के लिए कंडीशन फाइंड आउट कर रहे हैं. तो कितना कम स्पीड डिक्रीज हो सकता है. तो अगर स्पीड बहुत ज़्यादा डिक्रीज हो जाएगा और इनवर्ट स्किडिंग स्टार्ट होगा तो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा फोर्स ऑफ स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शन कितना इंक्रीज हो सकता है. दैट इज नथिंग बट लिमिटिंग फोर्स ऑफ फ्रिक्शन विच इज इक्वल टू म्यू एस टाइम्स एन, एंड देयरफॉर इंस्टेड ऑफ Fs we'll substitute म्यू एस टाइम्स एन. So for minimum possible speed Fs maximum is equal to म्यू एस टाइम्स n. तभी वो क्या कर सकता है, बैलेंस कर सकता है या प्रिवेंट कर सकता है इनवर्ड स्किडिंग को. क्लियर? सो नाउ आफ्टर सब्स्टिट्यूटिंग we'll get mv square upon r upon mg is equal to n sin theta minus mu s n cos theta upon n cos theta plus mu s n sin theta. Now n get cancelled from numerator as well as denominator, and here m get cancelled from numerator and denominator. So we'll get v square upon rg is equal to sin theta minus mu s cos theta upon cos theta plus mu s sin theta. Now we'll divide numerator and denominator on RHS by cos theta. So now sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta, cos upon cos is 1, cos upon cos again 1, and sin upon cos is nothing but tan. So ये simplify होगा after dividing numerator and denominator of RHS by cos theta, and it is v square by rg is equal to tan theta minus mu s upon 1 plus mu s tan theta. Now we'll shift this rg towards RHS and we'll get v square is equal to rg inside the bracket tan theta minus mu s upon 1 plus mu s tan theta. Now taking square root on both the sides, we will get v is equal to square root of rg tan theta minus mu s upon 1 plus mu s tan theta. So this is the limit on minimum speed on bank road. तो इससे ज़्यादा कम हो गया स्पीड तो व्हीकल को इनवर्ट स्किड होने से फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स भी नहीं बचा सकता. क्लियर? सो दिस इज द मिनिमम स्पीड ऑन बैंक रोड. तो हमें कंडीशंस मिल गए फॉर मिनिमम एंड मैक्सिमम स्पीड लिमिट ऑन बैंक रोड and where friction is required. Clear? So I hope you have understood the concept of banking of roads. तो इसके आगे का जो भी है एप्लीकेशंस हम लोग नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में देखेंगे.